Hello everyone, always making sure it's recording. I've got a few things to catch you guys up with, but must be having less and less Huntington symptoms because if you guys remember, my first videos had like 8 sticky notes on top of my notes for each video. So thank you, Jesus. I'm starting to stabilize with getting sleep again, my medicines, and so yes, thank you, Jesus. All right, here we go. All right, where to start? Yes. First of all, so I don't forget, the worship song is going to be Reckless Love of God. Also, I'm so excited. I've had 2 more subscribers, so I am almost to 250 subscribers. So I'm going to think of a way to celebrate you guys like I did the last time I hit 200 or whatever. So oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. Okay. That's how my daughter would have said it. Okay, so yes, this was funny. Normally I don't sleep, so my bed is a twin size bed, and so sometimes I'd bonk the wall, but I discovered if I lay foot first, then I don't hit my head very much. But one night I was against the wall really close, and I whacked my head against the wall, and it hurt so bad, and it made the dogs start barking, so that was funny. But now, yes, I love the couch I have because it's low to the ground in case I fall off of it, but it's very comfy, so that's where I usually sleep. But I thought you guys would laugh about that with the dogs barking, because when you have 4 dogs in your house, they bark a lot, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video. So, okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, another bonking situation. I go to my PT appointments now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the bathroom door is so heavy. I wish I had a handicap button that opens it. So today I was trying to get it in there and whacked this part of my shoulder and arm on the big heavy door. So yes, I wish I had a handicap, but next time I'll try to be more careful when I go in there. Okay. Oh yes, and I did mention that last time. Okay, whoops. Oh, right. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, I thought I was talking about living here but other people coming to visit, but this is something I wanted to share with you guys because we're at this house that's way out in the boonies pretty much. So it's awesome that pretty much every time my parents are gone, they have people here, the same family that helped out with Connor and Juniper. They've helped out every time the kids have come out to visit. They are such an amazing family. Yes, Letitia, Seki, Annalise, Bro, and Joel. Bro's the nickname Ambrosia, this sweet little 5-year-old that reminds me of Juniper. But I just wanted to say, so my parents were gone this last week, and they help out so much. You know, they do the dishes, they always make food, but also I'm not always able to eat the food, and I'll share about that because of my special diet requirements right now. But it's just, I miss them today, and they are so good with Connor. So I just wanted to mention, and also George, he's the one that lives, George and Donnie, so George comes over a lot to check on me on the day that the other family wasn't here. So I just wanted to say how much I love having them here. They're just awesome. They're always helping out In fact, Joel and my dad was gone, and the ducks were born unexpectedly, and so Joel had to help get a fence up so the ducks didn't get smashed by the alpacas. So anyways, they are awesome. So I think a few of you guys watched the video, so I just want to say how much you're so awesome, and I miss you guys already. So that's my little thing. Okay. All right. So, oh yes. So one of the Huntington's things that has made me more self-conscious is my gait right now. Like I haven't felt embarrassed about my Huntington stuff in a long time because I've gotten used to my slur. Everybody who talks to me knows I have Huntington's, but now, like my gait when I was at the grocery store with George, for the first time, I'm like, oh no, people are definitely going to think you're drunk, that I'm drunk because of my walk. And sadly, that is something that happens a lot in later stages with people with HD, because we do slur our speech and also kind of trip over our feet. So that's definitely happening more now. So yes, now you guys can know that. Okay. Oh yes. So I don't think I mentioned my feet are the only thing. Maybe I did, yes, but they are going to. They said that I have plantar fasciitis in both feet as a result of the trauma to my feet in the car accident. So that's the only thing that's still hurting when the rest of my body is feeling great. So because of that, they are going to give me, I haven't been able to run or exercise or hike, which I love to do, and I was training for that 6.5 mile trail race. So yes, I'm not even going to sign up for that. It's in November, but I want to make sure that my feet are okay. That they're going to put nerve block shots in each of my feet. So hopefully that helps. It should help immediately. So hopefully I can just start exercising again, because the rest of my body is doing amazing. So thank you, Jesus, for that. Okay. Oh yes. So I accidentally tripped the breakers here at the house. I haven't done it yet, but apparently because I was running the coffee machine and the microwave and the fridge kicked on, so I was like, oh no. So I looked in the fridge and I was like, no power. But because in my old house in Rochester, it had the worst wiring, so terrible, and there was like 4 plugs in, oh my gosh, so having to have extension cords. So I made the mistake of trying to run my AC, both of them at the same time, and blew my circuit. So I had to go down a lot because I was always, running microwave at the same time as the toaster or whatever. So I'm a pro at flipping the breakers, but at least here the breakers are in the garage, but the ones, in Rochester was all the way down 3 flights of stairs, then down into the basement. But I got really good at it, so I was proud of myself. I got the breakers flipped and everything was working again, so I'm proud of myself for that. Okay, here we go. Okay, yes, and I had a wonderful scorpion run into my room the other night before me, Mom, and Papa got back, so I was alone. Hold on. So it comes into my room, and we have had, this is the life of living out in the desert. There was a scorpion found upstairs in the attic, but it was like, oh my gosh, and he ran in, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, he can run under any furniture, so I have to kill this guy, like, soon, like 30 seconds, or then I'm gonna be having a really hard night, like, oh no. So I had to think fast, so because I had on slippers, so I knew I couldn't splash him like that, So I ended up getting my boots, hiking boots, and smashed the beans out of him. And so, yes. But then it was kind of funny because it was late at night and I was like really out of it. And I wanted to take the whole boot and put it out on the porch, on my porch, so that I was worried that maybe he wasn't dead enough. So I go to look out my porch, but okay, this you guys can laugh about. Because, yes, I saw something out there. It looked like a Komodo dragon or a giant frog. So I was so terrified. And it was, yeah, also probably close to 2 o'clock in the morning, and I needed to go to bed. So I'm like, oh, man. So I ended up just on my floor in here. Now, the nice thing is that our floors are all hardwood, or just cement. So we don't have any carpet, so I just took the boot like I wasn't wearing it, but I scraped his guts across the floor, and it was disgusting, and then used a paper towel to wipe up the guts, threw it in my trash can in here, wrapped it up, and took it out to the garage and put it in that trash. And so, but you guys will laugh with me, of course. I went out the next morning and saw that it was actually the insulation we have in the doorknobs right now stuffed in, because we're waiting until, well, my parents can afford, that part, some glass in there or the lock thing or whatever. But so that had fallen out, and that's what looked like a crazy giant animal. So there you go. I survived. The scorpion did not, I'm sorry to say. So yes, if any of you are scorpion lovers, you're weird. That's all. Okay, here we go. So yeah. So the dogs last night before Mom and Dad came home, the dogs were just going crazy, barking. So George is the one, so they all go down to eat their dinner at the barn. So then George brings the dogs in like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, so normally, yes, when Mima's here, she knows what to do with them. So I have never heard these dogs go as crazy as they did. And Clyde is this really giant Australian Shepherd that Mom, adopted. So he's kind of scary. And I was making coffee, and he just like looking at me and gets up and walks right over to me and starts growling. And I'm like, I'm scared. Okay, I can make the coffee later, and then they just kept barking, and it was like they were so restless, and I'm like, they never do this when they come in to go to bed. So I texted Mom, I'm like, help, and so she said to shut them in her bedroom and close the door, and that's what they wanted, to go to bed, and I didn't know. So now we know, and I guess even George didn't know. I don't think, anybody knew Letitia, that's what, because they were sleeping out in the living room, and he barks a lot when I come out to get my popsicles and stuff. So it's nice that they went in there and they bark a little bit, but so now we know how to make them calm down and be quiet. All right, so also, side note, Lumosity, I think I've talked about this in my earlier videos, but I wanted to mention it to you guys again. My mom pays for my subscription. My speech therapist is the one who recommended Lumosity. If you haven't heard about it, oh my gosh, the games are all for helping you increase your ability to memorize stuff. There's math game on there, there's English games. So I love those games, so I play them for it's great that we have this long drive to Pueblo, so I'm always playing Lumosity, but it really helps me being able to have good memory and that. So just so you guys check it out, especially for the ones of you who have Huntington's, because it really helps with, quick thinking and all of that. So there's my Lumosity push. I think it's about $60 for a 1-year subscription, so it's really worth it. So yeah, okay. Oh yes, and I won't tell you guys the long story about my service dog, but I am on the waiting list. So I, did get approved for my service dog, which I'm very excited about. So now I get a quarterly email to let me know when they finally have a dog to pair me up with. And I know a lot of you guys ask, like, if they have the specific type of dog, but I think it's going to be depending on when one gets old enough. They had me sit down, and when I got to go in there and meet 3 different dogs of different temperaments. So I chose the dog with the medium temperament, not the super bouncy puppy doggy, but the more calm one, but not too old. So anyways, she just emailed me to let me know I'm definitely in 2019 will be getting paired with my dog. The waiting list is 18 to 24 months. So I know it's going to be one of those things that seems like it's going to take forever, but the time is already going by, and it's going to be so worth it. So yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, hold on. Oh yes, and so just to update you guys, those new subscribers, I discovered, because I was having issues with swallowing big time and stuff getting stuck in my throat, sore throat all the time. So we finally had them do a video swallow for me, and it's not even like Huntington's thing. I have a hooked epiglottis, and so it keeps the food that I swallowed stuck in that place if I'm not eating the right foods. So I have been switched, that was about 6 months ago now, switched to a soft, moist diet for the rest of my life. And because of that, and then having both kids, I lost a lot of weight. But I'm happy to say I finally, after 25 pounds, I evened out and I am not losing any weight. So that's good. So I'm at 125. So that is, but I kept losing weight, and everyone was like, oh no, I need to get a feeding tube or whatever. So that's those others. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, we're almost done. All right, let's see. Oh, right. Also, just another little side note, and then we'll do the devotional. But I, of course, was so terrified of scary movies when I was a kid, like I think a lot of people are. So I would have nightmares. And so I was like, of course, really never watched scary movies. But now I'm watching them again, and it's really awesome because there is this freedom, because so many of them are so cheesy. I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and oh my gosh, it's so funny and not scary. So it's really fun that I'm having that freedom to be able to watch these. So yes, that's what. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Yes, okay. All right, so let's get to the devotional. Okay. All right. A promise from Jesus when healing seems far away. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew 11:28 through 30. The balm of hope. This is the last little section. One of the annual pilgrimages to Ecuador. And just so you guys know, this devotional was made by a woman who works with people who were sex trafficked. So they have a place, where they have ministry to those people, and also they have place where they sell essential oils too. So just so you guys know, that's who wrote this, and it's amazing. So okay, yes, on one of my annual pilgrimages to Ecuador, I hiked up into the Andes to a waterfall that what felt like the top of the world. It is a place so high that each breath is deep and your mind is in the heavens. The water smells like clouds rushing to get to the river. I was silenced by the magnitude and power of that water. While I was standing there, the waterfall tossed a huge volcanic boulder like a skipping stone. There on that transfiguring mountaintop, I wept at the majesty of the waterfall and thought about all the times I wasted in my life wondering how the stone was really rolled away from Jesus' tomb on Easter morning. I could see standing there how easily stones can be moved. Water can move rocks and thistle farm. That's where that ministry is called. So, okay. Water can move rocks and thistles can break through boulders to bloom. If water and flowers can move stones, surely love can. In death, there is a deluge of love like rushing water. It clears out everything to make room for a soul that has been set free. In that deluge, the stones of our hearts and in front of tombs are rolled away. Time and eternity meet, and we are laid to rest in the bosom of Abraham. This means we can trust that the love we have known in this world will carry us home to God. Nothing can compare to the hope of resurrection. It is what sets us free and allows us to love, to heal throughout our lives. Love to heal throughout our lives. All right, so you guys are all caught up, and I'm going to pray for you guys. Thank you again, Jesus, for every single subscriber. I know I say this every time, Lord, but without them, my videos would not be able to have any effect. And Lord, thank you so much that you are taking me deeper in the ability to know your heart for all the broken ones that I am ministering on this channel, Lord, and just give me your eyes to see each of these, subscribers, Lord, whether they have Huntington's or just know about somebody, Lord, just every single one of them, Lord, you would just wrap in your love, and they would know your presence beyond anything. Amen. All right, you guys, you're all caught up. Have blessed days. I will talk when I have more to say.